Well, welcome back and thanks for joining us this Friday morning. 5:16. We are still off to a very smoky start. Unfortunately, we're dealing with poor air quality throughout most of today. Our 13 weather impact alert remains in effect. As we're heading into this afternoon, expect more smoke. We should be staying mainly dry, but there is the chance for a quick isolated thunder shower that we could see as well, and possibly some more rain chances into the weekend. Now, our temperatures today, those are starting out in the upper 60s, close to 70 degrees. Will continue to rise into the upper 80s this afternoon. Humidity is also on the rise. We'll be seeing dew points that get closer to the 70-degree mark for the second half of today, and especially as we're heading into this afternoon and evening. So a little bit more humid, still not terrible though. That's not going to be the thing that you notice most about today. It still is air quality. Unfortunately, that haze, it's not gone anywhere, and it's sticking around with that very smoky smell as well throughout the rest of the day. Looking at very unhealthy conditions that are expected, I do think we could see hourly concentrations though up to that hazardous level. That's where we are right now for most of West Michigan, and I do think that this is where we're going to be staying for the next several hours as well. So if you're getting out the door anytime soon, you will unfortunately also be dealing with that smoke. Here's the good news. We do have the return of some rainfall. We've certainly needed it, and it will help to kind of wash the air at least a little bit. This smoke plume is really thick though. A couple of isolated thunder showers possible into this afternoon. That would mainly be south of I-96. We could see these moving through. I'm not really concerned with severe weather at this point, not for this evening's round at least. Mainly dry overnight, but then we start to see this line of storms dropping in from our north. Now, the timing of the arrival of these thunderstorms, not exactly favorable for severe weather development, but we could see a few storms that can maintain their strength, possibly even get some of the heat of the day as we're heading into our late Saturday morning and even early Saturday afternoon. Possibly get to be on the stronger side and maybe bring us some gustier winds. Does look to be possible. This is a fairly low end risk, but I still do want to mention it for you. Drier into the afternoon and even likely some sunshine returning before the day is over. We are seeing a 1 out of 5 risk from the Storm Prediction Center down from Grand Rapids towards Kalamazoo, and even a 2 out of 5 risk for really the southeastern portion of the state. Now, for the most part, I do think this is once again a very low risk, but if those storms can get some of that heat from the day, we could see a few that get to have some strength as we're heading into our early Saturday afternoon. So we do want to make sure that you're prepared for that. Temperatures for our Saturdays, we have some of those thunderstorms will be in the upper 80s, still hanging on to a bit of humidity to kick off the weekend. Looking ahead into the end of the weekend, we're drier, still in the mid 80s, so more comfortable than what we've been seeing for a lot of this week, but we could see the return of a little bit of wildfire smoke. That's as we have this system pushing most of our smoke out of the way as we're getting into this evening, bringing improving air quality into the beginning of the weekend. But look at what happens beyond this. Cold front drops through, bringing us that chance for some thunderstorms into the afternoon. It doesn't look to be as thick this time, but into the end of the weekend, we could be dealing with a bit of that haze once again. As far as today goes, out near the lakeshore, temperatures will be in the upper 80s. We're still going to be seeing above average conditions, warmer than average for sure, but we are also going to be seeing decreasing temperatures throughout the upcoming weekend. Your 13 on your side, 7-day forecast. 13 weather impact alert remains in effect for today because of that wildfire smoke. Some improvement into the weekend. We could see a few more rain and storm chances next week, which brings us closer to 80 degrees by the middle of the week.